Hey y'all. Happy Monday. I'm going live. Once again, I told y'all that I was going to check in with you every single Monday. Especially for the month of October. I don't think I'm gonna do it for the month of November and December because those are pretty busy months. People are spending time with family, people are doing other things, but I definitely can check in every Monday for the month of October. Now, for quarter four, I have made the goal to try to make at least $10,000 per month, and I wanted to come over here just to share some tips, some updates, and basically check in with each and every one of you to see how your quarter four is going. For me, it's not looking so good. It's not looking like your girl is gonna hit her 10K month. But I'm not worried about it. What I've kind of found out as I've been posting and doing all of the things, because I told myself that I was gonna get back on all of the platforms and I was just gonna be posting. But I did not like the way that that was making me feel. I felt like I was just all over the place, to be completely honest, on all of these platforms. Now, in the month of August, I made a little over $8,000 on LTK, and I was only sharing on 3 platforms. I was sharing on Instagram, on TikTok, and on Facebook, but it wasn't every single day like how I'm trying to do now. Now, my goal is to make a $10,000 a month in the month of, for quarter four or whatever. So I thought by upping the amount of content that I was putting out, that would be easy for me to hit. But on the flip side of that, that is hard, being that I'm not a full-time content creator. I'm actually a part-time content creator, and I work better when I batch. Now, having to post every single day along with still doing my other things, because I have 2 different pages. So I have a personal finance brand and I have a fashion brand. And trying to post for both every single day, it is truly hard. So they lied when they told us that being a content creator is easy. It's easy work and stuff like that. It's always been hard. I'm not saying it's hard work as far as, okay, you got to go out there and it's something hard. Yes, picking up a camera and filming a video is easy work, but it's hard work when you want to, strategically hit your goals every single month, when you're working with brands, when you're also working a full-time job, when you're also a mom, when you're also a friend, when you're also a girlfriend, all of the things that it becomes harder to find the time to do all of the things. So I just said, you know what, I'm just gonna go back to my regular way that I was doing it before. It was less stressful. I didn't have to figure out what it was I was going to share. I batched all of my stuff on Sunday and I had all week to actually share it. And then working with brands, sometimes the brands don't want you to work with anyone else within the time frame around the time frame that their post is scheduled to go live. So that's a thing all in itself. So say for instance, if I'm working with Shein and I have a post scheduled to drop on Friday, Shein may not want me to work or partner with any of their competitors 3 to 4 days prior. So it's like, okay, well, what do I post? I gotta go back and find all of Shein products and share more Shein posts if I want to post or post content around that time, because I can't share the other brands that I usually would wear as well. So that's what I'm realizing too. It's like, oh my God, I am working with a brand and that post is supposed to drop this week, and that brand told me that I cannot share their competitors 3 days prior to the post going live. So it's like, okay, well, I love this brand anyway. I have a lot of products around this brand. So I pretty much was probably going to share the same brand anyway, because the majority of my content is focused around that. But I definitely want to try out new brands. I definitely am a person that share affordable fashion on my fashion page, and then I share my debt payoff journey on my budgeting page. And right now, currently, I'm doing the 75 hard personal finance, and that's supposed to be over on I want to say the 14th. That's the last day of the 75 hard. So on the 15th, I'm going to be going back to my regular budgeting content. Which is basically I'm gonna have to plan that stuff out. Right now, it's easy to do the 75 hard personal finance, because all I'm doing is just tracking my expenses and just sharing what I spent that day and what my wealth action is. So that's fairly easy. But when we come to the content of, okay, well, what are we gonna post the next day, and budgeting out my paychecks and doing the monthly budget routine and all of that type of stuff, that's where the editing gonna have to come involved, getting involved. That's where I'm gonna have to slice up some content, things like that, B-roll, and it does get hard when you're doing multiple pages. So I wanted to come over here. I'm not going to stay as long as I did last week or whatever. But if y'all had any questions, if you wanted to share how your 31 days of content is going, because this is what this live is for. We said for the month of October, we're going to be posting every single day. Now, have I been posting every single day? I think I missed a day. I think I missed a day on my fashion page. I have not missed a day on my budgeting page. I started a new Facebook account, which I've already stopped posting on that Facebook account as well, because I feel like right now the 75 hard is all that I'm posting on my TikTok account, and all of that is being shared on other multiple platforms. And because I'm already sharing the 75 hard on my Just Call Me Nikki Facebook account, I cannot post the same content on a new Facebook account, because that will be deemed as unoriginal content and I can get in trouble for that. So I gotta basically wait until the 75 hard personal finance challenge is over, so that I can then start sharing that content over to my new Facebook page, because it doesn't make sense to just stop the 75 hard right now when I'm almost close to being done and I've already been sharing it over here. So that's what I plan on doing. Hey Cameron, hey everyone in the chat, if you have any questions, just let me know. Somebody said, you are very beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What is your most expensive shoe? I don't really have expensive shoes. The only shoes that I would say that's very expensive is probably like the Jordans, the Jordan 11s at the top. I don't know if you can see it, the animal print one. You probably can't see it. Is the animal print ones up there? You can't see it. It's on this side. But the animal print ones, those was like this one over here. Move my hand right there. Those was like $225, and it has like that animal fur on it or whatever. But those are like my only expensive shoes. All of my shoes are from Nike. They're retail. I wear a kid size 4.5, so I don't necessarily have like expensive shoes, like $1,000 type of pair of shoes or anything like that. Thank you. Yes, I have Air Jordans. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing when this 75 hard personal finance challenge is over. I will be then sharing all of that content to my new Facebook page that I have just started. Now, I haven't, like I said, I only posted probably like twice or 3 times on that page, because I did create new content for it. But I was like, well, dang, it's pointless just to be creating new content specifically just for this page, when I can be using that content back on the TikTok account as well. And I haven't been doing that. So I think that it'll be a little bit easier for me to do it that way once this 75 hard is over, and then I can actually focus on the budgeting and along with the fashion stuff, and then my brand deal stuff will be out of the way. I can post what it is that I want to post, and I don't have to worry about posting this type of brand and can't post that brand and stuff like that. So I can't wait until this 75 hard personal finance challenge is actually over. Now, with the 31 days of content, like I said, I already fallen off. My goal is to make $10,000 a month. I know everything can change, switch around in a, switch of an eye. I believe in God and things like that. So I'm not going to say that I may not hit it, but far as the number wise, as if you was to break it down per day, I have not been hitting those goals on a day-to-day basis. But hopefully I can turn it around. Hopefully I will hit it. If I hit it, great. If I don't hit it, okay, I'll work towards it the following month until I do hit it and come up with maybe a better plan or whatnot, and maybe not put so much on my plate. So that's another thing that I know a lot of people, or a lot of coaches, a lot of people tell us as content creators to post on all of these social media platforms, do this, do that, put everything everywhere. And yes, I agree to a certain extent. I feel like if you go hard on one platform, I feel like you will do better. And that's, I think I'm gonna try that. I think I'm just gonna go hard with just straight one platform. Now, will I be posting on the other ones? Yes, but I think just going in on one platform, using one affiliate marketing platform, and just going all in like that, instead of trying to do Amazon, trying to do LTK, trying to do TikTok shop, trying to do everything at one time. I don't think that that's working out too well for your girl. Being that, like I said, this is not my full-time job. This is something that I do on the side, and I do it part-time. Now, am I turning it into a business? Of course I'm turning it into a business, and hopefully one day it will become my full-time thing. But right now I just have to be realistic with myself. I was unrealistic with myself. I thought by me having it all written out, planned out, and that type of thing, that it would be a little bit easier. But when you have people that want to work with you, because I didn't include brand deals into my content, and now that I'm getting more brand deals around this time of the month, my regular content is getting put on the back burner, and the brand deals are coming more towards the forefront. So I have to focus more on those, because of course I want to make sure those are done, or well thought out, and are well planned out, and I'm doing exactly what the brief is telling me to do. Kids 4.5 is a while. Yes. Who are you and what do you do for a living? So I am Nikki. I am a content creator based out of Atlanta, Georgia. I share fashion and finance content over here on my YouTube channel. I share real life on a budget. Right now I'm just documenting my 75 hard journey, and I'm documenting my debt payoff journey once I get done with this. Now, I don't necessarily really pretty much share fashion stuff over here, although if you scroll through my videos, you will see some fashion stuff over here. I share affordable fashion. I am a sneaker lover. I love sneakers. That's pretty much where content creation started from. I started by just showcasing my shoes and sharing my love for sneakers, and then I branched off into styling my sneakers, because what I realized in my space in the sneaker content world or whatever, people were spending a whole lot of money on their shoes, and people were spending a whole lot of money on their outfits to go with their shoes. So I said I was going to be one of those people that save people money on their outfits, because I know we already spending a whole lot of money on our shoes. So I would go out and I would style my $150 shoes with $20 outfits, with $30 outfits, and people start to follow me, and I gain a little bit of following from that by me sharing affordable sneakers for women who love sneakers. So that's a little bit about me. And what do? I am a mail carrier. I work for the post office, so that's what I do. That's my 9 to 5, and my 5 to 9 is I do this content creation on the side, and I use this money that I make from creating videos and doing content and all that type of stuff to help me pay down debt and to rebuild my savings. Right now, I'm in the process of just rebuilding my savings, because my goal this year was to actually pay off my credit cards and my collection account. I already paid off my collection account. I already paid off all of my credit cards. Only thing that I'm left with now is just my student loans and my house, and eventually I'm going to be focusing on those things as well. But since I did use some of my savings to pay off my collection account and my credit cards, I want to rebuild my savings back up. So that's what I'm pretty much really focused on, and that's why I'm creating videos and hustling on the side, doing all the side hustles and stuff like that to rebuild my savings. So then once I get my savings back up to the 6 months of bills and expenses that I had in there, then I will go back to paying off my student loan. But still, I'm kind of like paying off my student loans as well. I've already paid off one last month. I'm working on another one this month, more so the interest towards it, not so much paying off the student loans, because I'm also trying to get my loans forgiven, since I do work for a federal company or whatever. And right now my loans are in deferment. I just submitted my 10-year public safety, whatever it's called, public service loan forgiveness packet. So I just submitted that. They just got that. I haven't gotten any update right now. The only thing that has changed on my account, my student loans are supposed to be repaid back in June 2026. When I checked today, it says that my student loans do not have to be paid until, I want to say, November 2028 or whatever. So that tells me that they already got my PSLF paperwork, and they're probably processing it, looking over it, making sure. I've been employed with the post office for over 10 years, and I've been making 10 years of payments and stuff like that. And hopefully one day I'll wake up, I get an email, and they would say that my student loans will be forgiven. If not, then I would just go back to, paying them off. And I think I can definitely pay them off before 2028. I'm so happy that it did get pushed back to 2028 and not the 2026, because I feel like even if I have to pay them back, I can definitely pay them off by 2028. Thanks to you for giving me the confidence to start recording content. I plan to edit and have it posted by Friday. I am so proud of you because, like I said before, people say they lie when they say creating content is easy. I remember when I first started creating content, and it was hard for me as well. Showing my face on camera, being on camera, being vulnerable, sharing my debt payoff journey, sharing like my debt, sharing my paychecks and stuff like that. That can be a thing in itself, because people get weird when it comes to money, especially when you're in a whole lot of debt. And then everybody just have an opinion on this internet. So when you post stuff, and you just gotta expect to get some type of comments. I already expect the worst. That's how I always think. I'm already expecting the worst. So when it comes to me, I'm not really shocked. I'm not really, it don't really faze me, because I just feel like, okay, nobody really knows us for real through this internet space, or whatever. And a lot of times people are just projecting whatever they are going through out on you. So I don't really take heed to it. I just remember with my why for showing up on this internet space and showing my budgeting stuff, showing my debt and stuff like that, because it's bigger than just me. It's not to brag or to boast or anything like that. It's to actually help the other people that may need help, because I know that there are other women out there that wasn't raised learning about money, wasn't taught about money, wasn't taught about saving, debt, and all this other stuff or whatever like that. And me just sharing my journey and sharing the ways that I am getting out of debt and the ways that I am making extra money on the side is helping someone that's suffering in silence. Do y'all have any other questions? Kayla says, what are your financial goals after you meet your debt payoff? I haven't really thought about that. The only thing that I know that I want to do, I want to dabble in like giving back. For those that may be new over here, my mom passed away in 2019. She didn't have any life insurance or any savings, and neither did I or my sister. And basically, I had to go through my phone and ask people for money. So I always told myself, once I get on my feet, once I start making enough money where I can give back, I want to be able to do the same thing that people have done to me, because there's a lot of people in my community. There's a lot of people I grew up with. There's a lot of people walking around without life insurance. Let's just be honest. A lot of people are walking around without life insurance and are walking in J's. Life insurance is actually cheaper than the Jordans on your feet, the shoes on your feet. I have 3 different life insurance policies, and all of them totaled up together probably don't even add up to the amount of what my Jordans actually cost with the taxes and stuff like that, if I'm thinking about it off the top of my head. But I definitely want to be able to give back. So me paying off all of my debt, me having no debt or whatever like that, it looks like, okay, well, maybe I'll, invest into maybe a funeral home service or something like that. Maybe donate thousands of dollars one day and just tell them to use it towards people that come in and may not have the money to bury their loved ones or to cremate their loved ones or whatever it is that they need. Maybe they're short $100, $200 or whatever. Maybe that's something that I can do that way. Or maybe it looks like, okay, somebody in the community that do not have life insurance, and okay, they reach out to me and I'm able to, take care of their funeral expenses, take care of the cremation or whatever it is that need to be taken care of. I can do that. So it's something like that. Like, I always wanted to give back, but I want to make sure. I remember one time I started trying to give back and I was in all of this debt, and it kind of like set me behind because I didn't have the money to do the things that I wanted to do. So now it's like I really need to focus on getting out of the debt, paying everything off so that I am able to willingly give, and don't have to like worry about, okay, what is my bills paid, or is this paid? Do I have enough money to do this or do that? So that's what it looks like once I get finished paying off everything. Love your budgeting content. Thank you, Kim. I'm a sneakerhead too. I can't find the Jordan Gammas 12 though. I can't find them either. Not that I'm actually looking for them. I'm not really focusing on sneakers right now. The last pair of sneakers I bought was some Jordan ones, like some brown and cream ones, I think it was, or whatever, because I'm just into browns right now. I love brown, especially during the fall time, but I also love bright colors as well. But I also just love Jordan ones as well too. Now I like to budget out my Jordans or whatever. So at the beginning of the year, I just write down all of the sneakers that I want to cop for the year, and then I just actually go after those. Now, like I said, the Jordan 12 Gammas wasn't on my list. I don't even think it's no Jordan. I thought Gamos was 11s. So I may be wrong or whatever like that, but I haven't heard of the Jordan Gamma 12s. I've heard of Gamma's 11, but like I said, I've been out of the loop when it comes to the sneaker game because I've been so focused on rebuilding my savings and paying off debt. Girl, I just had my undergrad forgiven. What, Kim? How long ago? How long ago? If you don't mind me asking, how long ago did you have it forgiven? So I'm hoping mine is forgiven because I've been at the post office officially 10 years as of September 11, 2025. Nikki, you are doing great on your financial journey. 75 Hard Financial has been very encouraging. Keep it up. Thank you, Barry. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll be happy when it's over, though. I'm not even gonna lie. I'll be happy when it's over. I think it's the posting every single day type of thing. I'm not the one to post every single day. I love my Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and give me some breaks in between and stuff like that. She said, now I'm working on a grade. Go girl, still go girl. But all of the other stuff was forgiven. And hopefully you're at a place now where you can actually pay for the grad now. You get what I'm saying? Now that you don't have all of the other stuff, this should be not as much as all of the other ones, because if yours was anything like mine, and I only got associates, mine is over $40,000 because I couldn't decide on what it is that I wanted to do. I kept switching, and I started off in the nursing field, didn't realize that by the time it was time for clinicals that you had to work for free, and I had a kid, so I couldn't work for free because I didn't have that type of support where people were paying my bills. I had my own place, and stuff like that, so I had to take care of my bills. I couldn't actually do the clinical, so I kept switching my major, and I ran up all of that debt on different majors. I thought I wanted to do business, started there. Thought I wanted to do childhood education, did that. Thought I wanted to do what other ones? Business, dental assistant. Thought I wanted to do that. None of it worked out for me except for the medical billing and coding. She said, thank you. You have gotten me back on track. You got this. You got this. I would love to learn how to create content to pay off my house. Girl, exactly. So if you're monetized on all of your social media channels, you just post your content. That's one way to do it. You can also sell a product. I'm not sure what you are good at or anything like that, but if you have a product for sale, you can actually sell that. So I have a budget bundle for sale, which includes my budget worksheet, my budget spreadsheet, a debt tracker, and then a savings tracker. So if, people started a 75 hard or they wanted to start their personal finance journey, they can actually get my budget bundle, and then it will help them see exactly where their money is going, seeing how much money they're going to be saving, seeing how much debt do they in, seeing how much debt they are paying off, budget out their paycheck, all of the things or whatever. So whatever you are good at, maybe create that or turn that into a digital product. Maybe you're good at cooking. Maybe everybody always asking you like, girl, how did you make this recipe or whatever like that? Maybe you can come up with a meal idea, ebook or whatever like that. Or maybe you are good with finance like how I am, and you can come up with a budget bundle yourself. You can come up with a budget spreadsheet, a digital download. Maybe you want to share different things that you have done to get accepted into college. Maybe you're working maybe you're working in your field right now, and you're good with creating resumes, like setting up a resume, and maybe you want to help other people set up their resume the correct way and things like that. That can be a digital product now. And also, like I said, if you are monetized on platforms such as YouTube, such as Facebook, such as Instagram, TikTok, and all of those other platforms or whatever, once you get to a certain threshold, you can monetize that content. With YouTube, it's 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers to unlock to the full YouTube partner program, and then you start getting paid off the views per 1,000 views. And then with the Facebook account, once you, they don't give you the stipulations or the requirements on how to get into the content monetization over there on Facebook. But once you get accepted in that, because I have 2 Facebook accounts now that I monetize. I have one that I have 25,000 followers, and I have another one that I have like 88 followers or whatever. So they don't necessarily tell you, it's just invite only. And once you get monetized over there, what I love about over there is that you get paid for everything. You get paid to type a post, you get paid to share on your stories, you get paid to do a reel, you get paid to do a video. Everything that you post on Facebook, you get paid for. And what the thing that I love most about it, you can put your links in your comments, and people can actually click on it and buy from you. So if I'm sharing my 75 hard personal finance day 67 update, I would share it on my Facebook account. I would get paid for that video. Then I will put my link to my budget bundle in the comments, and if anybody is interested in that bundle, then they will click that link and buy it, and I also get paid that way. So I just love it on Facebook. That's why I was just saying earlier, I feel like if you're starting off with content creation and stuff like that, I feel like find you one thing that you can make money or that you want to sell, and find you one platform and just go all in on that. And I think that's what I'm going to be doing in the month of November. I'm just going to go all in on one platform, because this, having all these platforms, trying to post it everywhere and all this type of thing, no, it's getting real hectic over here, and I don't like to feel that type of way. I don't like to feel overwhelmed. Like, this content creation is supposed to be easy breezy for me, because I make it easy breezy, but adding all this other stuff I got going on has really been it's really been overwhelming, put it that way. I'm not gonna say the content itself. I guess it's the content plus adding in the brand deals, because I didn't account for the brand deals. I'm a type of person, I like to have everything planned out. If I can have it planned out, my day flows smoothly. If I don't have it planned out, I'm all over the place. It's like, okay, well, what I do next? What I do next? What I do next? And because I know that I got this brand deal, I've been just so focused on the brand deal, because the date is actually coming up, and I just filmed the rest of the content for today, and I'm just gotta edit the video, and then I gotta post it. Not today, I gotta post it, but I'm gonna post it on the day that it's scheduled to be posted. What is your number one financial goal for 2026? So my number one financial goal for 2026 is, I don't know. I was thinking about paying off the student loans. That was my goal when I did my video or whatever, but it don't seem like that's gonna be the goal, since they pushed the date back to 2028. And hopefully, I'm just gonna speak it in existence. Hopefully my student loans are gonna be forgiven. So I'm just gonna be focusing on putting money towards my savings and putting money in investments. I want to do more investing. I think that could be a goal. My number one financial goal for 2026 is I want to do more investing. Right now, I'm investing 5% of my paycheck. My company is investing 5% of my 5% as well. So they're giving me 10% that I am investing through my job. And then I'm also investing with Fidelity. I'm putting $50 every single time that I'm paid over there. And so I'm just starting small. So hopefully by next year, when the limit rolls over or starts over with the Roth IRA, I want to be able to max that thing out next year come 2026. So that's going to be my goal. 2026, I want to max out my Roth IRA. Is there a certain percentage one should save each paycheck? Should we save what we can? I am saving 3%, but I feel like that is not enough. I think whatever you can save is totally fine, because saving is not about how much you can save in one chunk or whatever. Saving is about saving a certain amount of money over a long period of time. That's how I feel about saving. So if I was able to save $25 when I first started making money, I would have a whole lot of money saved up compared to saving $25 right now. You get what I'm saying? But if I don't know how young you are, but if you are fairly young, I feel like 3% of your paycheck over a long period of time, 20 years, 30 years, that money will start adding up. Now, would I only just put it in just like a savings account through my bank or something like that? Of course not. You want to put that money in a high yield saving account. One of the ones that I use Ally, don't know how to pronounce it, but ALLY, that's the one that I actually use. They are really, really, really good. I have a money market account with them. And then I also have what's the other one? The one with the buckets. I have two different savings account with them. One don't have a card, and basically one does have a card, or whatever. And I think they are both around 3.5 or 3.7% interest that you earn on the money if you keep it over there. So say for instance 3% of your paycheck every single month or every single time that you are paid, invested into a high yield savings account at 3.5, 3.7, 3.9, whatever the interest rate is, it's going to go up and up and up and up over a long period of time if you leave that money in there for 20 years, 30 years, stuff like that. So I don't think that it's a certain number unless you're trying to hit a certain goal. So if your goal is to save $10,000 by the end of the year, then of course, yeah, you want to break that down by paycheck. If your goal is just to like, okay, well, let me see how much money I can save at the end, for the end of if you're only just trying to figure out how much money can you save by the end of the year and you're just doing your 3%, I feel like that's sufficient. So it just depends. If you have a goal you're trying to hit, then I will break that down by paycheck. But if you're just trying to see how much can you save, then your 3% is totally fine. Thank you, King Grayson. She said August. Oh my God, that was last month. I mean, not last month, but 2 months ago. So that gives me hope. And I know the government is shut down right now, so they may not be working my stuff. It's like, dang, what a coincidence. I think the same day that the government shut down, that's when my manager finally came. Because I've been trying to get in contact with my manager to get her to sign my paperwork for the longest. However, she's been missing in action. But come to find out, she's the acting postmaster now at in my area or whatever. So she has not been in the office doing her manager job. She's been doing the postmaster job. But I was like, girl, you are a hard person to find. So I finally got her to sign the paperwork, got everything done, faxed it over. So I'm hoping mine's that would be a great birthday gift. My birthday is this month, so having my student loans forgiven in the month of October would be a great birthday gift. So that gives me hope, Kim. Thanks for sharing. King Grayson said, my channel is all about sneaker collection. Are you the person that was supposed to come in on one of my videos so I can go back to your channel and subscribe? You didn't come in. I didn't see you. My employer did the paperwork in July. August got my letter. September gone. What? Okay. So my employer, so I got my paperwork in did I get my paperwork in October or September? I got my paperwork in September. My employer signed it in October. Hopefully November is gone. Hopefully in November it's gone. But like I said, the government is shut down, so I don't think that they are working, or I don't think they're doing all of that. I did log into Nailnet and they said that they still taking payment, but I don't think that it's up because they did say that the government is shut down. Starting from scratch. So Kim, I think that's a great idea. Starting from scratch. Now you can be, mindful of the money that you're using now. Maybe you can pay some and then, pay, allow your, I don't know if you still got student loans or anything like that. Have some student loans taking care of it too as well. Or maybe working towards paying it off, while you're going to school. She said, hello, everyone. You're right. It is hard, but it is fun. I'm self-book publisher. They are abstract sketches, but you can hire me for your ghostwriter. There's somebody in the chat, y'all, if y'all need a writer. But yeah, you're definitely right. Mental health advocate. Your shoe game is sick. Thank you. I recently got a settlement from a car accident, $642,000. I went to JP Morgan Chase Bank. You got a financial advisor. Where should I go from there? I don't have a financial advisor. I don't give out really financial, you have to seek a professional when it comes to that. I'm not a financial advisor. I just share what it is that I be doing and hopes that it will help someone else. So I don't you know, I'm not a professional or anything like that. Thank you. How do you live stream? So you just go to the plus button and go to live, and then boom, you just go live. You can enter information if you have any information that you want to put in the title, or whatever. You can also add a description and stuff like that, but it's nothing to it. Just hit the plus button, scroll over to live, or maybe you scroll over to live and then hit the plus button, something like that. But it should be a live on your YouTube channel. Now, I'm not sure if you have to have a certain amount of followers to go, or subscribers to go live, or anything like that. Okay, that's it, y'all. I didn't want to have this too super long. The last one was an hour long. We're already at 35 minutes. I want to stay on here for about 30 minutes, but I definitely wanted to update you about what's going on with this $10,000 per month as a content creator, and let you know that they lied. They lied to us when they said post on all of these platforms, do this, do that. Make sure you're sharing everywhere, because I mean, it makes sense, but if you got a whole lot going on and you're doing all of the things, maybe if you're just only doing one thing. So if you're just only focusing on affiliate marketing, maybe sharing all to all of the platforms will be easy for you. But if you're trying to do affiliate marketing, if you're also trying to sell digital products, if you're also trying to get paid off views, if you're also trying to do brand deals, if you're also doing UGC, if you're also doing TikTok shop, you know, you're doing all of this stuff. I don't think that focusing on all of these platforms would be sufficient unless you are doing this full time, if you have the time or whatever like that, because doing brand deals can be a long drawn out process, because they want their stuff done correctly, and I don't want to have to redo it and anything like that. So that's all for this video. Thank you, or for this live rather. Thank y'all so much for tuning into this live. I will see y'all next Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you have all your questions. Make sure you come prepared to, you know, hear me talk about content creation and how it's been going with this, making $10,000 per month, and my journey and all of the stuff like that. But that's all for this live, y'all. Thank y'all so much. Have a great rest of your